I'm coming in hot.
DJ.
Spin that shit.
Two adults, Chris and Daryl, yeah, they run shit. Current world events and forever on some dumb shit. Fun lit with a Bush Light, especially. Even though they always getting banned, allegedly. Crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. And you know they hold it down like it's two ropes. So crack a bourbon, peep the sermon, it's just two dolts. Taking over in the game, bringing new hope.
Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, coming to you live from a few different various parts of the country to all over the goddamn world? Big ups to Ireland, pulling up a little bit on Germany.
You're closing the gap, are they?
Small dick army, dude.
All right. Yeah. Let's go. SDA, let's go.
Germany's still holding spots.
Yeah.
I think our Anne Frank bits really hit.
They certainly do.
But Ireland's coming in pretty strong. Sooner or later, we're going to probably not be in these countries because they're getting kind of restrictive on their speech. Last time Germany got restrictive on speech, World War II.
Happened.
So whatever. Norm Macdonald had a great bit about Germany. I'll see if I can find it.
Hang on. I'm just turning my heat.
Feel the heat. Norm.
Okay, Norm.
Oh, we have to.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to fucking spell. Fuck me in the dick. All
right. So the Sabres were part of history again tonight.
But what happened?
Well, they got their asses kicked again because they're probably the worst franchise in all of sports.
Sure.
Led by the worst owners in all of sports.
Okay.
So they lost.
Tell me how you really feel.
Dude, what the fuck was that?
I don't know.
Sound like Hurley wheezing today. So they lost to the Penguins 5-2 tonight. My score app literally says Alex Nedeljkovic becomes the
Can I buy a vowel? Am I right, guys?
Becomes the first goalie in NHL history. Mind you, that is not the Sabres goalie to record a goal and an assist in the same game.
Nice.
How bad is this fucking team? How bad?
Pretty bad.
Well,
They're pretty bad.
I already got yelled at for yelling.
How good is Buffalo lacrosse guys at getting knocked out and hitting on
that dude got fucking leveled.
It was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
Like that's
I mean, we won the game, but fuck, we lost
how
that fight.
far this and again, like I would surmise that the Bandits are the best team in Buffalo history. Right?
Really? You were gonna say that?
The best professional sports team in Buffalo history.
Holy fuck.
Is the Bandits.
Yeah.
Is the Bandits.
Okay.
They got banners, dude. That was probably wet.
Try.
So
just in.
Yep.
Final from Ann Arbor, Michigan. In overtime. Number 10, Michigan 3. Number 1, Michigan State 2.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Big dub in hockey.
So this is Norm Macdonald on Germany. Rip Norm Macdonald. Oh, and we also have to say farewell to the late, great Bob Uecker.
Oh, yeah, Bob Uecker.
Just a bit outside. Had a great show called Mr. Belvedere. Historically, the only show that hit its delay on an opening because somebody sat on his own nuts.
They also...
But I watch the TV, I watch the news, make you afraid, the news, you know? Put all these stories on, Iraq, Iran, North Korea, you know, try to scare you, you know? But does it ever really scare you? Like, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, North Korea! That little tiny country across the ocean. I wonder if they'll get me. Plus, didn't MASH settle that like 20 years ago? Why'd I have to watch that stupid show? There is one country that worries me, though. Not Iraq, not Iran, not North Korea. The only country that really worries me is the country of Germany. I don't know if you guys are history buffs or not, but
that pause is fucking priceless.
in the early part of the previous century, Germany decided to go to war. And who did they go to war with? The world. That had never been tried before. And so you figure that would take about 5 seconds for the world to win, but no, it was actually close. Then about 30 years pass, and Germany decides again to go to war, and again it chooses as its enemy the world. And this time they had that guy, Schrankly, that guy, and I'm not even going to dignify him by saying his name, but I think you know what I'm talking about. But you'd think at that point the world would go, listen, Germany, here's the deal. You don't get to be a country no more on account of you keep attacking the world.
He was the best.
What do you think, you're Mars or something?
Mars or something?
He's one of the funniest guys of all time.
He was definitely fucking ahead of his time. He was
Yes.
very, very, very funny, that fucker.
All right, so topics. Roll with it. DarylShow.com.
Oh,
Go.
man. I got to escape. I have to go here. I'm gonna go here and share. Okay, we're gonna watch this video. Are you ready? Don't read captions.
What's this right here? That's your penis. All right. What's this right here? That's your penis. All right.
Good for that guy. Good for that guy.
Dude, right?
Dude, I took a Sudafed today. I can't find my dick.
Ah,
I think Sudafed shrinks your dick.
I found my dick today. It warmed up to over 30 degrees and it came out. It's like the groundhog looked around.
Yeah. Hey,
yeah, I'm gonna hang out.
This guy?
Yeah, tomorrow
guy?
it'll probably be it'll be present in conversations and what's going on tomorrow, and then Sunday it will go back into hibernation because it is about to get fucking frozen here,
Dude. It is kind of crazy. From Buffalo down to like fucking Miami. Like Miami might get snow. So dare I say global warming? Is that the thing or
dude, are you big on that, or do you big on, or you don't have to be big on, you can be big on global warming, you can fucking blow your trumpet and stomp your feet about that all you want, or are you like a realist and understand that life on this planet throughout history is cyclical?
yes, good word.
And we're going through another one of those phases, and
We're going through a
that's just
cycle.
what it is.
Yeah, no, if you look at recent history, we're actually in a mini ice age versus a global warming period.
Yeah.
Like if you go 10,000 years to 10,000 years, we're actually in a mini ice age. And honestly, I would take a warming period well over what I would take for a fucking ice period. And the ice period is when your wife has her period and she's mad at you. Laughter. That's enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, I can't find anything recent about this, but I did see it on the internet, so I assume it's somewhat true.
That'll be real.
Brittany Griner, the the much spoken about WNBA
She's a man.
star
Yeah.
who looks like a dude,
Talks like a dude.
talks like a dude,
Dunks like a
acts
dude.
like a dude.
Yeah.
And has been allegedly videotaped around a pool.
Yeah, we showed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
We showed it one day. Yeah.
Okay. So
Like my tits are bigger than Brittany Griner's tits.
mine are as well. She has what is a negative titty,
Yes.
which known in is
Any titties.
mostly a man. But I had just seen, it was after our show at Vinny's, in between then and now, so it's like 3 weeks. That's actually 2 weeks. What's today's number? No, it's almost 3. Today's 17.
What's today's number?
Yeah, we did. Today's the 17th. We did it.
Number 9.
The last one we did was December 30th. So
Yeah.
it was like, 19 days, which 3 weeks. 3 weeks.
Yeah.
But she got kicked out of a woman's bathroom because somebody thought she was a dude.
Now I feel bad for her
Okay.
a little bit because she, I believe, is verifiable. I think she's got a cunt down her. You know what I mean? Like, so she's a chick.
So you think? Or is
I
that
don't
what
know.
society's
I don't know
telling
for
you?
sure, but like,
Dude, so all this shit happens, and like these conspiracy theorists are saying that all Victoria's Secret models are dudes.
what?
Yeah, you haven't heard that? That's a huge thing.
No.
And that's Victoria's Secret. The secret is she's got a cock.
So Giselle
Actually, yes. Giselle.
is it? Then
Is it
I'm
dude?
gay as fuck, dude.
Yeah.
I don't give
So
a fuck.
all these,
If
all
Giselle
these
had a
chicks,
dick, I would suck her dick.
all the Victoria's Secret models, Adam Mellis will back this up 100%. That we have friends that think this. So all the Victoria's Secret models are guys.
Okay.
I have a problem with this.
Yeah,
One, because that means I've definitely jerked off to dudes back in the day.
sure.
Now I don't feel comfortable with it.
100%.
And it kind of goes along with the whole script in the NFL and the whole chemtrail things where people are loading planes with chemicals.
It does happen, but go ahead.
I don't believe it because that is an awful lot of people that you have to keep quiet. Somebody has seen something. Somebody is gonna say something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You can't. That cannot be that well kept of a secret.
Well, there was those.
NFL script. I mean, come the fuck on, dude.
No, what I do like is the betting analytics when it goes to referee groups.
Yeah, like the Chiefs are definitely going to win this weekend because they're undefeated when that referee refs their game.
And it's not 2 games. It's like 8. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but also like when the Bills fuck me in the dick. Oh God, I hate myself so much. When the Bulls were making their run, they would actually have conversations and say, we know that this team of refs, because they go in groups, they'll allow a little bit more hand checking versus the other guys.
Yeah.
You know, so you do got to play to the tendency of the team that you're playing against. You have the game plan for them. And you also have the game plan for the refs that are assigned to your game.
And if these refs are consistent and you know they are Hawkeyes for a guy leaving 1/10 of a second early,
Sure. Yeah.
and they're going to call that, you know you got to do that.
Yeah.
You know that there's a group of guys that will give you that half step.
How about Patriots and Colts back in the day? Brady, Manning, Belichick would be like, we're going to hold all these motherfuckers. We're going to hold Harrison all the way down the field and let the refs call it. And once the refs call it a couple times, then we'll back off. But that's going to give us time to get to Manning, fluster him a little bit, make him think a second before he throws, and fuck him up a little bit. Like, that's gamesmanship. But it's also gamesmanship off of the tendencies of the ref group that's assigned to you. So I totally get that.
And one thing I fucking hate this about college football is when it comes to bowl games, they get SEC matchup will have Big Ten refs. There should never be conference specified referees.
I agree, 100%.
You should. It should be in football. Hey, this group of 8 has been performing well. They're sticking together. We're keeping them. One guy has a couple bad calls. He gets booted to a lesser game, and we bring up. And they
rate refs the way that we rate fucking receivers and all that shit and linemen and all that stuff, right?
They actually do that correctly in baseball.
Really? Okay. I think baseball is the one place where they miss more than anything else.
It's actually not true when you look at their
really?
stats. Yeah.
Okay.
They actually can, it's weird watching when they put up the stats against the ref, against the actual computer, which they're going to go to, and how a ref can be, or an ump can be in baseball. He can be like 98.7% because like 2 fucking pitches caught the corner. And dude, that thing's coming at you 97 miles an hour and it's an inch outside. I call it a ball. It should have been a strike. Borderline calls. And that's what knocks them down to like 98%. But that's a fucking huge number. And then you see these guys that are like fucking 91, 89%.
Yeah.
Those guys, and they fucking boot those guys. And the same thing goes through these playoffs. Who's reffing these playoff games? The best of the best. Coming to the Super Bowl, it's like, hey, this is this guy's 9th Super Bowl. This is this guy's 3rd Super Bowl. Some guy, it's his 1st Super Bowl because he's paid his dues and did well enough to get there. And you're right in that aspect about who's reffing these games, and what tendencies they have, and that this guy's a stickler for fucking holding. Any sort of hands inside, their flag is coming all the time. You got other guys that give you a little bit.
Yeah,
get your hands
guys
up,
too. Like
get your hands up inside, and they're going to throw a flag here and there, and whatever.
If I know that the ref group, they're the team that's associated with the game is they call offensive holding a lot. If I can't get to the quarterback, I'm still putting my arm up, just trying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because
if you keep doing that, even if you're not getting held, sooner or later they're going to catch a hold because you're cueing them into the game. I was listening to I think the last podcast that we put up, my bad, yesterday was from the 20th, but we were talking about the NBA, how the NBA is not watchable.
Yeah.
And it's not.
It's terrible.
But the NFL is getting to that point too. If every incomplete pass that happens, these guys are just complaining about it. We're LeBroning society at this point, and it's
your boy is LeBroning football.
Yeah, it's driving me crazy.
That's sad for him, but it's tough because a lot of the mafia can't realize it. And it was funny watching the Bills get absolutely torched in the media for Allen throwing a hissy fit when he got sacked because somebody held Kincaid or whoever it was, Knox in the end zone. Obviously holding call. Guess what? They missed it.
Yeah.
As they do a lot of calls.
Yeah.
And Allen loses his fucking mind, cries. The ref comes over between commercials and tells Allen, stop fucking yelling. What does that say about your quarterback? What does it say?
I think that other quarterbacks get that call 99% of the time. And
there the homerism's coming.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's the haterism's coming.
No, it's dude. Here's the problem with
you
people. Here's no.
Your personality, you can never be objective. I think I'm more objective than you are.
Holy fuck.
100%.
Take the Bills bias out of your dick. Out of your
okay. Take your Bills bias out of your mouth. Or
I made this I had this discussion with the guy I worked with the other night. I said, it's hard for people to hear me openly criticize the Bills because they don't want to hear it.
No, because you always think you're right.
Listen,
that's your problem.
Because most of the time I am, because I'm not watching it with a bias. I would sit here and say the same thing about something that happens in a Michigan game, that they got away with that, or that was blatant, because I'm watching the game with an open mind. I'm watching the Bills games because I want to watch them lose. But I'm also seeing things that you aren't, because you want things to happen. You want that pass interference.
No, I'm
call.
pretty objective. I'm pretty objective.
You're okay. You're okay. Being
Hey, you're okay too.
objectively. But I'm like, and I tell this all the time. I'm like, I ate so much shit from you and everybody that I know about the Michigan Wolverines in the last 12 years. I've had to sit there and eat it.
Yeah, but those weren't questionable games because they were getting boat raced by Ohio State.
And so was fucking Buffalo by New England. Constantly. Sure.
Yeah.
This is our year. We're going, and you guys end up 4-12. Just shit team.
But during those years, I was pretty objective.
The mafia. Now now that you have the mafia, they're fucking delusional. One thing. Say one thing. Are you a Bills fan or are you part of the mafia?
I would say I'm a Bills fan.
That's good to be. That's good to think.
Yeah.
If you're part of the mafia, you're part of the problem.
I don't
you're
say
one
we.
Of these delusional,
I say they.
Yes. Then that's the thing. Is like, I
you
hate
say we with Michigan.
I do. I'm a we guy.
Yeah.
You never. I do. I caught you like once saying we, and you're like, fuck. You were so mad at me that I caught you, but you rarely say we.
I needed the mental divorce.
And that's, dude, and I appreciate that about you. And I love the fact that you're not part of the mafia. The mafia is honestly the second most delusional fan base I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well,
second to Ohio State. Because you want to know what they are? They're young. They didn't have to live through all the years of losing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They're new losers
in 2002.
New losers, recent winning.
Yeah.
Is what they get to deal with now. And now that the Bills are relatively good, they're enjoying that success and they're relegating it. But they don't understand the fucking game. These women, like last week in that game, I said it. Can't tell you how many fucking Bills groups popped up on my Facebook feed, and that I said this in that fucking pass that Allen led Ray Davis, that who got popped.
Yeah,
they're like that was helmet to helmet. Absolutely was not.
It wasn't. It was a shitty pass, and even Allen said, and that rarely happens with Allen. He rarely puts his people in completely harm's way, namely because a lot of Allen's passes are when he's going out of the pocket and they're coming back to him as you should as a receiver. So they're not going north on a pass where safeties are coming down and hitting.
Yeah.
Like, so that rarely happens with him, but all the great Brady's done it 1,000 times with Gronk.
Yeah. But anyhow, that happened and the dude got racked.
Yeah.
And they went to show the replay, and Tony Romo was about to say this was a nasty helmet to helmet. And he didn't even get to say helmet to helmet because when the replay showed it shoulder to shoulder, and the fucking heads just bounced. There was no helmet to helmet.
Hold on. So it got called not helmet to helmet. It was called as a defensive receiver, which I completely disagree with that being a rule in general altogether in the NFL.
I don't. There are certain times when that comes into play. At that moment, I don't think that was because he started to throw himself.
If that's the case, then take Stephen Atwater out of the and John Lynch out of Hall of Fame.
And Ronnie Lott. Yeah. All those guys. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it's a completely different game than when we grew up. So, but rarely does Allen put people in type
harm's
of a
way
situation because
it was a bad throw and it was shoulder to shoulder, which caused contact to the head. It was a violent hit. He didn't know that the fucking ball wasn't going to get caught, and they're like, it was an uncatchable ball. It literally touched his fingertips.
Yeah, it was totally catchable. It was there, but but the
fact that everybody's like helmet to helmet, he should be suspended. He's kicked out of the league. No, motherfuckers, this is the mafia talking because they want that because they're delusional and they don't understand the game.
But I think you hear shit from people that make no sense.
Dude, I'm on Facebook. I live there.
Yeah, get off of it.
I can't.
It's going to kill you.
I'm so good at it. I'm so good at it.
Yeah, obviously you have a fucking
Rap sheet.
dossier
Mile-
of infractions. So you're not good at it.
But I'm like, motherfucker, it wasn't out with the helmet. So stop with that.
Yeah, no, it's
And the
That-
other night too, did you see what happened with McDavid?
no.
Skated by a guy and flinched his fucking elbow. The dude throws himself, LeBron, Josh Allen style, down, falls on the ice, cracks his fucking mouth open on the ice, and they want to suspend McDavid. When you watch the fucking reverse angle of the fucking thing,
Barely touched him. Yeah.
his elbow's this far away from
London,
his
what's
chin.
up?
What up, London? I think Ryan Tracy's watching too.
Oh, Tracy. Hey,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh, Ryan, I got your helmet here.
Yeah, I got your helmet right here in my pants, but I took Sudafed, so it's increasingly smaller
I might
than it
have
should
to
be.
Go out for a fucking, as long as the weather's not too shitty tomorrow, and deliver some shit.
Why don't you buy a house in Alden?
We thought about it.
Alden,
We can't move for 2
cheap
years.
as fuck.
We can't move for 2 years.
Do it.
I just heard a fucking weird noise. I'm like, oh yeah, I caught another mouse. And then I remembered it's getting warm down here because of the heaters and the fucking cans that are at -4 degrees are starting to warm up. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're starting to fucking ping.
I hope it's gunshots. I hope.
Oh,
So
I hope
yeah.
that happens
So
again.
I don't know. I think I was talking to somebody today, and he goes, "It's an older gentleman." But he goes, "Hey man, are you going to go to Wild Wings to watch the game?" I was like, "No, I watch Bills games at my house in my spot." You know, like, are you very superstitious guy when it comes to that shit? Like when you're watching Michigan at home, do you sit in the same
Well,
spot?
I sit in my recliner all the time just because I have the best view of the TV. But I mean, it doesn't matter to me. But I will tell you this. 3 years ago, me and Charlie went to the Ohio State Michigan game. I have a pair of Michigan fuzzy socks. I think my mom got me for Christmas years ago. I wore them that day, and we beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
So now they're the lucky socks.
Yeah.
So I started wearing them to
You have
every
to.
big Michigan game.
You have to.
And that I didn't wash them either. They were inside of work boots. They were inside of sneakers. They could stand up by themselves. I'm like, I'm not washing them.
You should probably wash them now because I think you guys are going through a program.
We
Yeah.
won the national championship
Yeah.
last year.
Then you
And
wash.
I wore them in the house
Yeah.
to watch that game. And after that, I'm like, okay, we're good. I can wash these things now.
Yeah.
They have done their fucking job.
Yeah.
We have a natty.
Now next year, don't wash them.
Oh no, they're ready to rock for this year. So
Yeah.
I don't even think I wore them this year.
Yeah. This year was
This is down here. It was expected, man.
yeah, it's whatever.
But hey, we beat fucking Ohio State.
And Ohio State now has gone on to boat race motherfuckers. So
Yeah.
I think Ohio
And we
State's
beat-
probably going to beat Notre Dame. I think the point spread's 10,
Hang on. 8.5.
8.5.
Mine says 8, and I know I looked this morning. It was 8.5.
If I'm a betting man, and I haven't bet on sports very much because I keep losing money, I would take Ohio State. I just would.
That's
Now
where
I
I'm at.
want Notre Dame to win
I
because I have
do
friends that
in
are
a
Notre
way.
Dame fans. Fuck me. Notre Dame fans.
I want a rogue meteor to land next Monday night.
That's not going to happen. There is
I
one
know.
coming in 2026, though.
Fuck.
Could be the end.
I hope that ends up in Columbus or New
This is
Jersey.
the end. Yeah. So,
Two awful fan bases. One is just awful 24/7, 365. The other fan base, Notre Dame, are like cicadas. They show up every once in a while.
Okay.
And they make a fuck ton of noise. And then they go away again for a long time.
I think Notre Dame's coach is a bad motherfucker.
As much as I wouldn't mind seeing him stick around and keep Notre Dame somewhat relevant
You think he's going to peace out?
Join a conference, you fucking stupid asshole fucks, if you want any sort of recognition.
No.
I think he might get called by the
right?
NFL. Huh?
Yeah.
Yes, because they just got $20 million for making a fucking thing, and they don't have to share it with anybody.
Yeah, that's why.
Notre Dame has been independent, obviously, basically forever. But
Yeah.
they're not only in football now. Like their basketball team's part of the ACC.
So do you think that
like the hockey team's part of the Big Ten? I'm like,
so,
they just
so I don't like that. I think if your college should be in one or the other, and that's it.
Yeah. Dope thing about the Big Ten being like the Big 17 or 18 now, expanding out west to Washington, Oregon, UCLA, and USC is now that gives me a chance to fucking go to USC and watch my team play out there sometime.
Yeah.
Like I can't wait till Michigan goes to Oregon. I'm going.
I would tell you trip. If I can give you an opinion on where to go. USC is in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Pasadena fucking rules.
Well, it did.
Yeah, it might be burned down, but Pasadena does fucking rule.
Yeah.
No, but I think going back to the Allen stuff, I think you're a little harsh, in my opinion.
It's okay.
And
big boy pants on.
You look at a lot of the other guys that get hit in the head. First of all, if you're a defensive end, you do a swim move, you come across, a quarterback's going to throw the ball, and if your hand brushes their helmet, that's roughing the passer.
Yeah.
We have to get past this shit.
Yes, there's got to be a discretion involved in that. And there's so many times, and they're like, all the time you hear these, the announcers are like, you have 2 steps. The ball is out of his fingertips. You have 2 steps.
I would tell you right now,
because of momentum,
it's 1.5 or it's a penalty.
No, it's got to be 2, dude. You're full speed. You're unabated to the quarterback. You have a shot at him. He throws the ball, and you are supposed to stop that momentum in 2 steps. Come on, man. It ain't happening. Let's just stop.
I'm telling you right now that, okay, so watch the games over the weekend. If it's 2 legitimate steps, it's a flag every time.
It can't be.
It is.
Okay, but here's the thing. So let's just run a simulation in training camp. Hike the ball, have the quarterback drop, have an edge rusher come in on him, and as he throws it, watch him take 2 steps and see where he's at.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, I don't think
he doesn't need to absolutely blow him up.
And now you can't
put hands on him. You can't land on him, which then is also about ready to cause injury to yourself.
Yes. Yeah, dude, I'm completely on your page.
The rules in NFL do not apply to physics.
Yeah, so the 2-step rule too, like
I think it needs to be 2 steps without
how many times have you seen
forcible, without the whole extending your arms or hammering.
Sell out. If you get 2 steps, 1, 2, and go, like it's a flag every fucking time. Like
it shouldn't be.
It should not be. I completely agree. And I think so. The pass that
Hurls is so Hurls is alive. Good.
So, anyways, I'm fucking this girl underneath a bridge. The pass that Allen made to Ty Johnson, which to me was 50-50. They called it a touchdown.
Dude, at what point did you think that I do not like the Bills? I wanted him to be out of bounds. That foot.
I think it's a catch.
That foot stayed up in the air in his knee and
that's
thigh were down.
One of the most impressive touchdowns I've ever seen in my life.
Never should have happened. There was some holding going on there, but hey, we're not calling these things, right? They're not just, whatever.
Okay. Yeah. Watch a Chiefs game and tell me how.
Oh, there it is. It's funny that a Bills fan brings up the Chiefs, but anyhow, that was a catch all day, and everybody's like, "Nope, he was out of bounds." I'm like, what game are you watching? What point do you think he was out of bounds?
His knee's inbound. Inbounds. His elbow is inbounds, which elbow is 2 feet. A knee is 2 feet.
Knee is 2 feet. A butt is 2 feet. A thigh is 2 feet.
Yeah.
All that was in his left foot right foot, whatever one was
Comes up.
floating about 8-10 inches off the ground.
It
And
was so goddamn impressive.
was his foot over the out of bounds line?
It was. Was it
Sure.
touching? It was not.
It touching? Not
Yeah.
even close. That was
Yeah.
a touchdown all day. It was an impressive fucking catch.
I thought
sat
that
there
they were
going-
going to pull that back, which whatever, but
The only reason what they could have said is that the ball hit the ground.
control.
That
having
would have been
absolute control.
But I mean, it hit him. and
He had
pulled
it
in.
against his body and the
Yeah.
arm inbounds.
Unlike the kickoff of the Packers-Eagles game when they clearly recovered that fucking ball and they
Mhm.
gave it to the fucking Eagles while the camera's looking right down, you could see it. Oh, hey, we will get things right over time.
Oh, now you're anti-ref guy for the Packers. Got it. Okay.
Oh, did you see
No,
that
I'm just
play?
gonna-
Did
no,
you
I'm
see
just
that
gonna-
play?
I'm just gonna write it down.
Yeah, write it down. Did you see
Yeah.
that play?
No, who the fuck would watch Packers Eagles?
Me. Who the fuck's gonna watch Bills Broncos?
Dude, Broncos were the best defense in the NFL.
Yeah, they could not stop the Bills run because if they could stop the Bills run, the Bills were going to lose last weekend. They couldn't stop a cold. Bills just ran all over them.
Well, I mean, a lot has to be said for this resurgence recently and like actually having linemen that play together all the time.
Yeah.
You know, for a long time, it was like, well, it's a quarterback league, so we're not going to invest in good guys, offensive line. And then Chiefs are kind of a liability because they pay these guys so much money and their line sucks. Their tackles are terrible. I still think that they're going to win. I still think the Chiefs win by 20 against fucking the Texans.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And I don't think the Bills are going to beat the Ravens. I
I
don't.
don't either.
I don't.
I bet what did I do? I threw a bet parlay. KC, Detroit, Philly, and I took the Ravens, the road team.
Who's Detroit playing? Rams?
No, Washington. I don't like that spread. That spread's at 9.5.
Yeah, that's too
I have it
high.
at 10 on my
That's
card.
too high. Yeah, that's too high.
I mean, I'll take the Rams. I got 7 points. I'm like, I'll take the Rams with 7. I don't know.
I think the Rams are gonna fucking win.
I
really
said
do.
they're been the dark horse. Me and the guy work talk about it all the time. I'm like, they just have a sneaky way about them.
So there's this dude that was drafted for the Rams, and I don't have a video of it. So I'm
He
gonna
went to
paraphrase it.
Michigan. Blake Corum just broke his forearm. Him, national champion winning Blake Corum. What? I didn't.
No,
I wasn't sure what you're talking about.
no.
I have to pee.
You have the P?
Yeah, but I'm listening to your points so I can
Okay.
open up my headphones and I can hear you.
So there's a guy. These two players have the same name. Okay. One went to somewhere. He's from Alabama. He went to some fucking team. And then like Byron Young, or not maybe not that guy, but so this one team, who the fuck was it? It wasn't Cleveland, but it was a team like fucking Cleveland that always fuck shit. Oh, the Raiders. Okay. So the Raiders draft this guy, and he's ranked 77th, and it's a 71st pick in the NFL draft. Okay. The Raiders call the wrong guy. Same name, wrong guy. They call the guy that was ranked 177th overall. So the Raiders draft that dude by accident because they called the wrong fucking guy and they put the wrong name in, and he played for Alabama. The guy that was drafted shortly after by the Rams had 7.5 sacks this year.
Wouldn't you just say, "Hi, we are going to draft
Did you go to
Bill
Alabama
Smith
or not?
Bill Smith from Alabama. We do not want to draft Bill Smith from Arkansas State."
No, you got to call it in.
Yeah.
So you say, we're picking so-and-so, Alabama, defensive end. They're both defensive ends. One guy, the Raiders overdrafted by NFL comparisons. And again, like there's been a lot of people that have been like Tom Brady. Probably should have been a second or third round quarterback. Went what, 5th or 6th? 6th. So
199.
So they called in the wrong pick. Same name, same position, wrong guy. Like if you could, that's how the Raiders are so habitually fucking fun. Like if that's not the biggest, like the only other team that possibly even come close to doing that would be the Browns.
Oh yeah, they're they're special. No, I don't know what the word is for them.
I mean, for years the Bills and
Terrible.
the Browns were like the laughing stock of the NFL, right? Who else would even be close? Cardinals had a Super Bowl run.
Nobody.
Yeah,
that was it. There was those two teams.
Yeah, and
I mean, what happened? It was funny. Krista just brought this up the other day. We were talking about football, and whatnot, and she's like, "Didn't the fucking Browns have coolers locked in bars because they couldn't win a game, and when they finally did win a game, they would unlock the coolers and people would get free Bud Light?"
She's right. Yeah.
What an absolute phenomenal publicity stunt.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, and if you look at the players that were on the Browns, didn't the Browns have Baker Mayfield and somebody else that was a decent quarterback? Like, I think Sam Darnold just ran into a buzzsaw with Minnesota.
Yeah, it was so funny listening to everybody say, "Hey, Darnold's the man. He's going to be there." They overdrafted JJ McCarthy with him being hurt and sitting out this year. They're going to trade him. They're going to ship him off to the Giants, this, that, and everything. Darnold lays an egg the last 2 games of the year against the Vikings and then against who they
He
play
plays
last
for the
week.
Vikings. Hold on.
All right, the Lions last week.
Yep.
Or 2 weeks, the last week of the season, and then who they play last week?
Rams?
Yeah. And he laid an egg. And immediately public opinion's like,
He sucks.
his days are done. This is JJ McCarthy's show, and everybody else is like, JJ, just please don't suck. Justin Jefferson deserves a quarterback that can throw him the fucking ball. And I believe what I saw at JJ at Michigan, yes, I'm a Michigan homer, that dude's ready for the NFL. He's going to be a good quarterback.
I could see a situation where the Chargers trade Herbert for McCarthy and a 2nd round pick.
Dude, Harbaugh would just fucking cream in his khakis if that were.
And Herbert has value. Herbert's not re-signed.
Yeah.
He's in his 4th year with a 5th year options picked up, obviously. So he's not a lot of money. I think that if Harbaugh, he could pull that off.
Yeah. And I was saying this last year, and
because JJ's he's not a deep throw quarterback. Herbert has a better arm than McCarthy. I think McCarthy's a great like West Coast fit, which is why he meshed so well with Harbaugh.
He can just throw the ball on the run and just stick it.
Yeah. You're not throwing 60 yards downfield.
He doesn't need to.
When you have Justin Jefferson, throw the goddamn ball 60 yards.
Yeah.
It's not the right fit. So
he'll be good there. I was trying to understand like the last 2 years why the Chargers were as bad as they were with all that talent. With all the talent they have out there. And it just didn't make sense. And then it came down to when they fired Staley.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
And then they went absolutely nuts after that. And it was like, it's coaching. So then when Harbaugh left Michigan to go out there, I'm like, they're going to turn shit around. And they did this year.
They did good. Yeah.
I mean, obviously your expectations are go a little deeper, but they didn't look good in the playoffs. But they look good right up until then. I mean, but there's just too much talent there. And I think Herbert's going to be a good NFL quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
What like you said, what is he? 4 years? Fourth year?
Fourth going to fifth.
Yeah.
He's not bad.
No, and that's the thing is he's surrounded by a lot of good talent out there. But I don't know, man. I believe it's 100% in coaching. If these players don't buy into their coach and don't buy into their offense and their schemes, then you're just in trouble.
I saw this stat with McCarthy against Tomlin. So everyone sucks Tomlin's dick for never having a losing season, all the shit.
That's impressive, though, right? In its own
great.
right.
It's great. It's great. But McCarthy has, for the same amount of coaching duration, he has more wins, more playoff wins. He just hasn't won a Super Bowl.
He had Rodgers for all those years.
Well, no, so I guess he might have a Super Bowl. So like the graphic was like kind of crazy because you think Tomlin's this like revolutionary coach, but McCarthy, who's been bounced around a little bit, now he gets fired from fucking Dallas. And you're like, if I'm Chicago and you go look at that kind of shit and you want staying power, you want like a guy that can actually coach up a quarterback. He's got ties to Favre, he's got ties to Rodgers, like that kind of shit where you can nurture a quarterback like that. If I'm Chicago, I'm hiring McCarthy all day. All day.
I don't even know who their coach was this year.
I don't fucking know.
I'll tell you this, though. I said this from the jump last year. Caleb Williams was not a number 1 draft pick. He was a bust, and everybody's like, oh, look at his numbers, and that's great. From what I saw out of his games this year, he didn't look the greatest. Looks like he's in over his head. And when I watched him at USC, he didn't impress me. And this year's quarterback class is probably one of the worst ones in the last 8 or 10 years.
Yeah.
And I just don't see any good, and everybody's sucking Sanders' dick. Watching what he's done at Colorado doesn't impress me. He's going to be Caleb Williams 2.0, and his dad's in the Sanders are the balls of the NBA.
If the Cowboys hire Deion Sanders and then they draft his son in the first round, which it's a crapshoot. You don't know.
Where's Dallas draft though? Because they're predicting Sanders to go top 3. Which
I think he's top 15. Like I think they're in the top 15 at this point. But you're hitching your fucking wagon to something that might not pan out. I wouldn't do it. Why not go get somebody out of the McVay coaching tree who obviously never misses? You're basically stealing that offense.
Dallas picks 12th.
Yeah. Yeah. Why not go get someone from McVay or go get the dude from Kansas City that was the offensive coordinator? God damn, the black dude. Bieniemy.
Oh, yeah, Eric Bieniemy, yeah.
Yeah. Why not get him? And start running some, but all that shit with Andy Reid. Andy Reid's like West Coast offense on fucking steroids. McVay is standard West Coast offense. Gruden, standard West Coast offense. But like, go get somebody like that. What philosophy is Deion bringing to the table? There's no philosophy. It's all buzzwords.
It's hype. And I said this when he was at Jackson State. He is a great motivator.
Yes.
A great hype man.
Yep.
He is not a good coach. And I got friends that believe in him and are saying when he went to Colorado 2 years ago, they're like, Buffaloes are coming. They got off to that 4-0 start, and then they lost their next 8 games.
Yep.
This year, middled around, got a little better, and that was it. Travis Hunter is the truth.
Yeah.
That kid should be the number 1 draft pick.
I agree.
I don't see him playing both sides of the ball in the NFL much. I do see him being a receiver, punt returner kind of guy. I don't see him playing corner and wide receiver. It's going to have to be one or the other.
I think if he goes to the combine and blows times out of the water, like shuttle and 40, then you go, okay, he's worth a first overall pick for receiver.
Yeah.
I think if he has a subpar performance, you can go, all right, so we're going to move him to free safety and also slot receiver type of a thing.
Yeah.
And he runs two-way. But still, man, like.
But all right, so Tennessee's drafting number 1 overall.
Yep.
What are their big needs? And then you got Cleveland. So he's going to go top 4. Tennessee, Cleveland, Giants, and New England. Cleveland is just in absolute disarray, and it doesn't matter who they draft. They're fucked.
It's fucked. Yeah.
Right? Deshaun Watson's out for 25.
Mm-hmm.
He should be done with football in general after this. They don't have.
That's got to be one of the biggest falls.
When they left Clemson, we were just talking about this in a Michigan group today. It was like something happened. It was the Michigan-Ohio State game. It was 2-3. That was the JT Barrett year where he was short on 4th down, but they gave it to him, and they went on to score, and they went on to beat us. And everybody was like, we win that fucking game, we're winning a natty. And they're like, you realized our next game would have been against Deshaun Watson and Clemson, and they would have beat the fucking brakes off of us back
Absolutely. Then? Yeah. That team was a fucking powerhouse.
And then you sit here and look at Deshaun Watson now and just like, that guy was good at one point.
He was sick in the NFL. He was great.
College, he was sick.
He was good in the NFL too.
When?
His first 4 years.
He was great.
Yeah, he was really good.
Okay. I'll give you decent.
I wouldn't say top 2 or top 5, but I'd say he's in the top 10.
I'll give you decent. It's about as far as I'm going to go with him.
All right, so his stats in the NFL. Career. First year, 19 touchdowns, 8 picks, QBR, or his quarterback rating 103. That's his first year.
8. How many yards?
1,700, but he didn't pay. He didn't play the whole game or whole season, right?
How many games?
It doesn't say on this graphic. Second year, 4,100 yards, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, 103 rating. Third year,
4,100 yards is that's a lot.
Yeah.
That's more than Allen had in the NFL,
right?
Okay, and what was the touchdown to interception ratio here?
26 and 9.
Okay, that's good.
That's great.
Yeah.
2019, 3,800 yards.
Good.
26 touchdowns, 12 picks, 98 rating.
Okay.
2020, which is his last year before all the massages, 4,800 yards.
Holy fuck.
33 picks, or 33 touchdowns. 33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, a 112 rating.
That's real good.
Yeah. So he was not a bad NFL quarterback.
No, I won't say great. Pretty decent. Those are actually better numbers than I thought he had.
I mean, on average.
But then what happened? Was it the rub and tugs that got to him?
Yeah. Then he was out of football for 2 years, goes to the Browns.
And then nothing good ever happened.
He was suspended for half the season, so we got to give him some grace here, right? So 1,100 yards, 7-5, 79 rating. 2023, 1,115 yards, 7-4, 84 rating.
He was hurt that year too.
Yeah, he just shit the bed.
Yeah, that was his other Achilles.
The other thing is too, like, you get out of the game a little bit. Yeah, so I guess like, yeah, so then he hurt his Achilles. What? Here's his Achilles this year. This year,
This is the second one.
no, he ruptured the same one again.
So yeah,
Right.
So that would be 2.
No, he just ruptured his Achilles again, like the same Achilles that got hurt.
Yeah, so that would be again. That would be twice.
No, he just
What
did
I'm
it like 3 weeks ago.
Yes, I know, but he did it once before, right? He ruptured his Achilles, right?
No, I think it was a knee thing or something like that. But
All
whatever.
right, yeah.
But like his completion percentage
His what?
was, and here's what's really fucked up. It's kind of on par. Okay, so 2017, he's a rookie, 61.8. 2018, second year, 68.3. 2019, 67.3. 2020 was a big year, 4,800 yards, 33 touchdowns, seven picks, 70%. Goes to the Browns after 2 years off.
What year was that?
2020,
Was his big year?
his big year. Yeah,
Okay.
33-7, 112 rating. Browns, gets to the Browns,
Whoops.
58% completion percentage, 7-5 touchdown interception, 79 rating, 61-63. So his rookie year, he was 61.8% in completion percentage.
Why
he
is
had-
that word giving you so much trouble?
Say completion.
Completion.
No, I did it. I did good now.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. Oops. Yeah. So maybe he was never that great. But also, here's a shout out to New England. 2017 through 2020, I believe the dude that was a coach for them
All right.
was the offensive coordinator for for the Patriots. Oh, O'Brien.
Okay. What did Deshaun have in 2020?
He
You still have
had,
it?
yeah, he had 4,800 yards,
Okay.
33 touchdowns, 7 interceptions,
What's his QBR?
112.
Okay. So that is the year that Aaron Rodgers won the MVP.
Yeah.
He had 4,299 yards.
Okay.
48-5.
Yeah. I mean,
Was that the year that him and Breeze went nuts? And he was a 121.5
yeah,
QBR.
that's crazy stats though.
Yeah.
And then shit comes out of the woodwork. Whoopsie daisy.
Yeah. I mean, it can happen to any of us.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, Josh Allen. I just want to see Allen's like QBR over time.
Yeah, I know. Or it says fucking he had to channel his inner Aladdin tonight.
Oh yeah, dude.
Or is that your coat check? There's that Ortez's coat check.
No.
shirt.
No.
So in our movie, is he gonna wear like a vest like that?
Of course.
And is that a pocket over your left thing, or is that just for decoration?
Decoration.
Okay, so that's where his name tag will go.
Yeah.
All right.
So Allen's had a better QBR rating in 2020 and in 2024. Because Allen does have interception issues. Or he did. Not this year.
Those are
Knock on wood.
are long third and fourth down there. Just basically, it's like a punt.
Some
right?
of them, yeah. Some of them you give away.
That's what we're gonna bank on.
But not 18 last year. So I would say 5 were like just toss it and see what happens, right?
Legit, just trying to hero ball out, and that cost.
But Allen's first year, he came in, I think halfway through, he threw for over 2,000 yards. Completion percentage was dog shit, 52%. QBR dog shit, 67%. So Deshaun Watson had a better first year than Allen. 2019.
But Deshaun Watson also came from Clemson,
Yes.
winning national championships and competing for
Yeah.
being probably top 5 team in the league all the time, where Allen came from Wyoming and they're complete and utter dog shit.
It's like going from Division 3 to Division 1 for Allen, So Allen's second year, over 3,000 yards, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. I'd take it. Good year.
That's not bad.
His third year, 4,500 yards.
That's a lot of yards.
Monster. 37 touchdown passes against 10 picks. Allen's fourth year, 4,400 yards, 36 touchdowns, 15 picks. I take it. Over 2-to-1 ratio, you take it.
Yeah, you kind of,
yeah,
you'll take that.
Fifth year, 4,200 yards, 35 touchdowns. That's his second highest producing. Sorry, his second year he had 37 touchdowns, 35 touchdowns, 14 picks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth year, 29 and 18. 18 was tough. And then this year, 28 and 6. Dude,
we do have to come up with a good name for fucking Ortez in this movie, though.
It's Tyrell Bigham's.
That name's already been
It's Tyrone
used.
Bigham's son.
Oh.
You want to check a coat?
This is fucking Diddy.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh boy.
You want to check your coat with me? I'll keep it nice and safe.
Can't even drink my beer. I'm gonna spit it everywhere. Stupid fuck.
Look at my big ass titties in this vest. I make them bounce for you. I'll fuck
Terry Crew.
you at the pool bar. I make magic in this coat room.
What are you, fucking Bruno Mars?
Pockets. Nobody ain't no shit that goes on in my resort except me.
This needs to stop. Why are my coat pockets turned inside out?
Give me a beat. You get your coat check with me. I'll keep it nice and sexy.
Okay, he's rhyming.
I make love to you with your wife. I have this big butcher knife when the terrorists take over.
What the fuck? Why did that go there?
Dude, he's the guy that helped us get out when the terrorists attack,
Oh, we haven't written anything on that movie.
I think Ortez is always an auto-tune.
And at one point, he just like goes and clear his throat, and it just becomes auto-tune.
This shit is whack.
He's like, can I check her code into my sweet little closet?
This one time a boat got loose from the dock and I roped it up with my big black cock.
I was hoping we would never get to this point, but here we are.
Here we are.
Oh, fuck. Ears are hot. I have a fucking headache from laughing today.
I'll keep your wife door nice and warm.
Stop.
Stop. Lotion. It's my semen. I was hoping Ortez would show up because I was going to give him the mic that has auto-tune on it.
Just every time he talks,
just hit a button.
and don't give him headphones so we can hear it. Dude, you got to do that to Jarian.
Yeah. Fucking gibberish.
It's hard enough to understand what you're saying during auto-tune, but Jarian and auto-tune?
I think auto-tune would make Jarian actually more understandable.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Yeah. All right. Want to get out of this one? Come back with Trash
I
Man?
got time for one more, and then I have a good topic to bring up.
Okay, cool. All right. We'll get out of this one and come right back.
Yeah, I already peed. So.
Spay neuter your pets. I'm going to piss outside.
Yeah. Attaboy.
No, I'll piss in the bathroom. No, I'll piss outside because I'm a fucking man, dude.